MGS Prelim Paper 2023, Paper 1. Question 1. What is the value of the digit 5 in 45,678? So the digit 5 is in the thousands place. So your answer should be 5,000, option 3. Next one, round the number to 2 decimal places. Two decimal places will be 5 and 6, but it depends on what comes after the 6. It's a 7, so you have to round it up. So 4.567. Round it to 2 decimal place will be 4.57. Because this 7 is going to cause this number to be rounded up. So answer is option 3. Question 3. In the number line, what is the number represented by A? So between 6 and 8, it's an increase of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. There are 8 intervals, and right in the middle of it, this would be 7. So between 7 and 8, there are 4 intervals. So this is a quarter. So A is 7 and 1/4, which is in decimal, 7.25. Number 4. Question 4. G, H, K, L, and M, N are straight lines. Find angle P. Now, if they are straight lines, if they cut across this way, then there's vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles, this is a 90, so this side will be 90. Then, because GH is a straight line, so this is 180 degrees. 180 minus 54 minus 90 to get angle P. This will be 36 degrees, which is number 2. In question 5, 5 landmarks A, B, C, D, and E are on the map as shown in this square grid here. Neha is at landmark B. She faces east and turns 135 degrees anti-clockwise. So where is she facing now? So east is here. She's facing here. To turn 135 degrees anti-clockwise, right? This is 135 is 90 and a 45. So 90 degrees and then 45 degrees. So she would be facing A. So answer 1. Question 6, in a figure below, A, B, C, D is a trapezium. A, F, and EC are straight lines. Heishan wrote 4 statements to describe the figure. So which of them are true? Statement A, AED equals to ABC. AED is equals to ABC. Now, it's definitely not true because the figure, the trapezium is not equal on both sides. So no, A is definitely not true. So those that has A will be wrong. So is it B and C or B and D? Now, then from here we can tell B is definitely true, right? But we have to check. Okay, EDA equals to FDC. Yes, it's true because they are vertically opposite angles. So is it C that is true or D that is true? ABC plus ECB. ABC plus ECB gives you 180. Yes, that is true because that's interior angles. In interior angles, they add up to 180 degrees. So yes, this is true. So it'll be option 3. But let's check D first. Statement D. DAB plus ABC. Oh, these two are not between parallel lines. So you cannot say that they are equal. They are not equal because AD is not parallel to BC. Okay, so this is not true. So answer is 3. Question 7, arrange the following fractions from the smallest to the largest. We have different fractions. Some are improper fractions, some are mixed number. So let's change everything to mixed number. It'll be easier to compare. This is 1.5. This is 1 1/5. So let's just compare. The whole numbers are all 1. How about just the fraction itself? We have half, 5/9, and 1/5. 5/9 is definitely the largest because it's more than half. And this is half, and 1/5 is less than half. So 1/5 is the smallest. 6/5 is the smallest. So it's option, okay, this is the smallest. This is the biggest. 6/5, so not this, not this. Biggest is 1 5/9, so it's option 1. Question 8, figure below shows an isosceles triangle XYZ, where XY equals to YZ. So they are both 15 cm. Then we have this 12, we have 15, we have 18. Find the area of triangle WXY, which is the shaded part. So half times base times height. This is a right angle, so your base will be XW, which is 9, and your height will be 12. So half times 9 times 12. So without a calculator, you can take half times 12, which is 6. Then 6 times 9 is 54. So answer is option 4. Question 9. There are 36 pens in a box. 1/3 of them are red, 50% are blue, and the rest are green. Express the number of green as a fraction of the number of blue. So the fraction should have green over blue as a fraction of blue, so blue is below. So red is, let's find the exact numbers. Red is 1/3, so 1/3 of 36 is 1/3 times 36, which is 12. Blue is 50%. 50% is half. So half of 36 is 18. And the rest will be green. So you can just take the total, minus of red, minus of blue, which is 6. So green as a fraction of blue is 6/18. Which is 1/3 when simplified. So option 2. Okay, question number 10. Pie chart shows the number of boys, girls, men, and women who were in a cinema. There were 180 girls in a cinema. How many boys were there? Okay, so for the girls, it's 15%. So 15% is 180. We want to find boys, which is 25%. Now, it would be easier to find 5%. Then I'll find 25%. Because without calculator, right? This is divided by 3. So 180 divided by 3 is 60. Then from here, 60 times, this is times 5. So 60 times 5 equals 300. So that is the number of boys. Question 11. Sandy is given a total of $30 to spend from Monday to Friday. Every day she spends $4 on food. Q dollars on transport and saves the rest. How much does she save each week? So we're looking for each week. A total of $30 is for 1 week, but every day, this is what she spends. This is what she spends, okay? This is for every day. But we'll try to find 1 week. So 1 week, we are talking about 5 days. Because it's Monday to Friday, weekends, nothing. So she spends, for food is 4 times 5 days, $20. For transport, Q dollars times 5. 5Q. So how much will she save each week? We will take $30 minus of 20 and minus of 5Q. So 30 minus 20 minus 5Q, which is 10 minus 5Q. So number 4. Question 12, Lisa paid $18.90 for 3 identical files and 3 identical pencils. 3 files plus 3 pencils, $18.90. Howard paid $10.50 for 2 files and 1 pencil. So how much did each file cost? Okay, so what we do, if you want to find file, you can make the number of pencils the same by multiplying this line by 3. Or you can take the first line, divide by 3. Both ways are fine. So if we divide by 3, we'll end up with 1 file and 1 pen, which is $18.90 divided by 3, $6.30. Okay, then now find the difference between 2 files, 1 pencil and 1 file, 1 pencil, which will give us 1 file, which is also what we want to find. So $10.50 minus $6.30 is $4.20. Answer $4.20, option 3. Question 13. The ratio of Tian Wei's height to Bala's height is 6:5. Let's write down the ratio. T to B, 6:5. Next, Bala is 10/11 as tall as Chelsea. So B to C will be 10:11. What is the ratio of T to C, Tian Wei to Chelsea? So to find T to C, we have to find the common base first, right? Between the 2 ratios. So the common base will be B, Bala's height. So since we have Bala and both, we make it the same. This 5 units, we change it to 10. So multiply by 2, which means this is 12. So T to C becomes 12:11. So answer is 4. Question 14. In the figure below, a rectangular piece of paper was folded as shown, given that GHF is 48 degrees. Find FKH. GHF. Okay, we follow this 48 degrees given here. Is this GHF? This is not GHF. Okay, anyway, we want to find this FKH, this angle over here. So if this is 48, can we find this angle here first? GFH. So this one is 90 because it came from this. So this is what it looks like before it's folded. So if I want to find FKH, I use this triangle. And I just need to find this angle here. Okay. So first, let's find GFH. This one. This is a 90. So 180 minus 90 minus 48, which is 42 degrees. Okay, 42 degrees is over here. Now this one is the same as this one. So we take 180 minus 42, which is 138. Then we divide it by 2. That will give us KFH. $69 degrees. So this is 69. Now we can find FKH. Which is 180 angles in a triangle, 180 minus 90 minus 69. 21 degrees. So answer 21 degrees, option 1. Question 15. Dahlia has 30 more stickers than Huda at first. Dahlia gave 40% of her stickers to Huda. Then Huda gave 50% of her stickers to Dahlia. In the end, Dahlia has 48 more stickers than Huda. How many stickers did Dahlia have at first? Okay, so first we start off with difference, and then Dahlia gave a proportion away. Gave to Huda, and then Huda gave a proportion to Dahlia. In the end, Dahlia has 48 more. Let's draw a model since we have difference at first. Quite a long question for MCQ. Okay, so we're going to cut from this model as we go along. The difference here is 30. Now, Dahlia gave 40%. 40% is 2/5. 50% is half. So we change to fractions. Dahlia gave away 2/5. To remove 2/5 from Dahlia, we'll cut this first front part into 5 units. And then shade away 2. And we'll also remove 2/5 from 30. So we calculate 2/5 times 30, which is 12. So in here, it's a 12. Then here, 30 minus 12, 18. Okay, so for Huda, Dahlia are going to transfer to Huda, so Huda don't change anything yet, just make it the same, 5 units. So when you transfer, what happens is Dahlia left with 3 units and 18. Huda is 5 units plus 2 units and the 12. So 7 units plus 12. This is 12. Okay, let's make 12 longer. So other than the 18 and 12, the rest are all units. So now, Huda gave half to Dahlia. So to remove half, right? Huda has 7 units. To remove half is actually 3.5. So I'll cut everything into 2 units. So that I can remove half. So because, okay, let's cut half. So 12 divided by 2 equals to 6. This is 6. This is 6. This part is given to Dahlia. So when we do this, right, every unit before we'll have to split them into 2 units each. Okay, all those in units. So the one above, this is 2U each. So that is comparable to the model below it. All right, so Huda is going to give the shaded part to Dahlia. So we're going to transfer. And since this is the last model that we'll draw, because there's no other exchanges, right? I'm just going to count the units. So Dahlia is 6 units plus 7 units. So 13 units. 13 units plus 13 units plus 18 and 6. 18 and 6. 24. So Dahlia has this 24 as well. 13 units and 24. While Huda has 7 units and 6. So what I've drawn is taken from the model before. And they said that in the end, Dahlia has 48 more than Huda. This must be 48. So how many units can we find? We should be finding the difference between 13 and 7 units, which is 6 units. Where is the 6 units? 6 units is where the 13 unit ends to where the 7 unit ends. So this is 6U. So to find this 6 units, we'll take 6 plus 48 minus 24. Okay, so 6 units. 6 plus 48 minus 24, which is 30. Then 1 unit is 30 divided by 6. 5. Question. How many stickers did Dahlia have at first? Back to the very first model, Dahlia has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 units plus 30. So 10 units, which is 50. Then we add 30. Answer 80. Okay, so a pretty lengthy question for MCQ. So this is how you do this question using model. Next, booklet B. Express 6 and 7 over 10, 7 over 100 as a decimal. 700 is in the second decimal place, so 0.7. You write down all the common multiples of 3 and 5 that are smaller than 40. Now, you just need to find the common multiple of, the first common multiple of 3 and 5. Okay, which is, so if you list them down, the first common multiple is 15. Now, all the common multiples that are smaller than 40, you can start off with 15, then 30, 45. So 45 is greater than 40 already. So it's just 15 and 30. Question 18, 2/5 divided by 12. When you do division of fractions, you do keep, change, flip. KCF, it's keep, change, and flip. Okay, so you keep the first fraction, change the sign, divide sign to times, then flip the 12. 12 is the same as 12 over 1. So when you flip it, it becomes 1 over 12. So you can simplify here, top and bottom, numerator and denominator. 2 and 12 can be divided by 2. So then numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Answer 1 over 30. 19, simplify 11 plus 5y minus 2y plus 4y. The sign has to follow the number behind. So when we talk about, keep 11 first. When we're looking at plus and minus only, we do from left to right. So first 5y plus 5y, then minus 2y. That will give us plus 3y. Then you add a 4y. So basically, we are doing this one first. And the next line, we are doing this. So 11 plus 7y. Okay, question 20. PQRS is a parallelogram. Find angle Z. So if this is a parallelogram, this would be parallel lines. To find Z, we can take 180 minus this PSR. So to find angle PSR, we'll take 360 minus 288, which is 72 degrees. Then to find angle Z, we'll take 180 minus 72 degrees, which is 108 degrees. Okay, so angle Z is 108 degrees because this is interior angles. They add up to 180. Question 21. Figure not drawn to scale shows the net of a cuboid. Cuboid has a square base. Find the volume of a cuboid. Okay, so this is a square base. 21 divided by 3, just 7. This is 7. Since it's a square base, so the cuboid looks something like that. This is 7, 7. And what is the height? The height will be this one here. So 35 minus 7, then divide by 2. So 35 minus 7 is 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. So this is 14, which means that the height is 14. Volume, 7 times 7 times 14. So you do your working, then you should get 686 square cm. Question 22. Mrs. Pandey wants to send letters overseas by airmail. The airmail rates to 2 countries are shown table below. So Mrs. Pandey wants to send a letter weighing 33 grams to Thailand and a letter weighing 42 grams to Australia. So how much will she need to pay in total? Okay, let's look at the Thailand one. 33 grams is more than 25. So let's find out what's the additional weight above 25. This is 8 grams. So 8 grams, you count it as 10 grams. So every additional 10 will be 20 cents. You have to add 20 cents. So 90 cents plus 20 cents. Okay, so $1.10 for the Thailand one. Then the Australia one, 42 grams. Let's take away the first 25. We have 17 grams. 17 grams means you need 2 times of this to cover 17. So the total amount you need to pay is 150 plus 2 times of 30 cents. 2 times of 30 cents is 60 cents. So 150 plus 60 cents is 210. Total amount, 110 plus 210. 320. Okay, question 23. ABCD is a square. EFG is an isosceles triangle where EF equals to EG. Okay, EF, EG. Then we have straight lines. BC is parallel to EF. BC, EF, okay. So parallel lines. Find EGF. Right, so we have a square and then we have isosceles triangle. In order to find this angle here, this is an isosceles. This angle is the same as this, right? So you just need to find this angle over here. Now, it seems like none of the angles are given, but in a square, one corner will be 90 degrees. So if you cut only for squares, if you cut diagonally across like that, it cuts the right angle into half. So this angle here is actually 45 degrees. And because we have parallel lines and a line cutting through it, then that 45 is the same as this corresponding angle, the one that looks like F. So to find this, 180 minus 45, then divide by 2. So 135 divided by 2 is 67.5 degrees. Next question, question 24. Figure is formed by 3 identical quarter circles and a triangle. Radius of each quarter circle is 8 cm. So find the area of this figure. Now, we find 3/4 of the circle, and then the triangle. So to find area of the 3/4 circle, we'll take 3/4 times pi. Leave your answer in terms of pi. So pi times radius times radius. Okay, simplify. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 8 is 48. So 48 is the 3/4 circle. The triangle, half times base times height. The base and height, you should be using perpendicular ones. So this is the base, this is the height. So half times 8 times 8. Half times 8 is 4, 4 times 8 is 32. So total, 48 pi plus 32. That's the answer. 48 pi plus 32 square cm. Question 25. ABCD is drawn on a square grid by joining the dots on the grid with straight lines. Draw and label PQR such that it has the same area as ABCD and without overlapping. So we need to find a point R such that it has the same area as this. So what is the area of this? In terms of squares, right? How many squares? If we split it this way, I can say that this one and this one actually give you 1 square. And then this one and this one gives you 2 squares when combined. So total area will be 3 squares. So we need to find an area for this such that it gives us 3 squares. Okay, and this is the base. So this is 3. What is the height? How high do we need to go? Now, half times base times the height should give us an area of 3. So what is this missing number such that it will end up with 3? Half times 3 times 2. Because half of 2 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, so this missing number is 2. Your height of the triangle should be 2 units. You can put here R, then connect. This is one of the answers, or you can also put R here. You can put R here, you can put R here, you can even put R here. As long as the height is 2 units. That's all that matters. Okay? Okay, next, draw and label a parallelogram. ADEF such that DE is shorter than AD. Now, because they said AD, right? AD. So you need to use these 2 points. Not draw a separate one, but you have to use these 2 points. So these 2 points are one side of the parallelogram. Okay, ADEF. E is next to D. So DE must be shorter than AD. Okay, so just don't make it longer than AD. Maybe you can even just draw it here. So this is E, DE. Then just connect. Okay, parallelogram. So this is 1 to the right. And then connect this. Use a ruler when you're doing this. ADEF. So that's your parallelogram. If you draw it over here, it's still fine. DE will still be shorter than AD. So this is not the only answer. Actually, even if you put E over here, it's also correct. Not wrong. E over here, then it's a very thin parallelogram. Okay, question 26. Figure shows a cuboid with square base of 64. Area of the shaded face is 72. Find the height of the cuboid. Now, if the base is a square base, then we'll take 64 equals to 8 times 8. This is 8. This is 8. The shaded part is 72. So what is the height? So take the shaded rectangle, divide by the breadth, you get the height. 9. Question 27. Please should press the calculator to display a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. For the one-digit number, she made a mistake by pressing a wrong number. So she obtained an incorrect product, 624, which is 3/4 of the correct product. What is the smallest value of the 3-digit number? Okay, so you have a 3-digit number multiplied by a 1-digit number. This 3-digit number is the correct one, okay? But this 1-digit number, she pressed wrongly. But if she had, this is the incorrect one, which is 624. But if she were to press it correctly, the number would have been bigger, because this is only 3/4 of the correct number. So actually, how do you end up with 3/4 of the correct number? It means that this 1-digit number is 3/4 of the correct 1-digit number. Okay, because this number didn't change, right? This 3-digit number didn't change. But because this number is wrong, it became 3/4 of the actual. So this number, this 1-digit number, is actually 3/4 of the correct 1-digit number. So what are the possible values that this is actually 3/4 of this? So if this is 3/4 of this, we can say that this is actually 3 units, this is actually 4 units. The 1-digit number. So what are the possible combinations for this 1-digit number? So possible values of 1-digit number. So it can be 3 and 4. It can also be 6 and 8. So the ratio of that must be 3 and 4. So it can be 6 and 8. But if you want the smallest possible value of this 3-digit number, right, then we're going to get as big as possible the value of the single-digit number. Okay, so as big as possible means we're going to pick this one. So let's look at the incorrect one. I don't know what's the correct one, but the incorrect one, the 3 units is a 6. So 6 here. This is a 6. So find what is the 3-digit number. 624 divide by 6, which is 104. So this 3-digit number, the smallest possible number, is 104. Question 28, there are 5 shaded squares in the figure. Shade 3 more squares to form a symmetric figure with ST as the line of symmetry. Okay, so to form a figure that is symmetrical, we have 3 squares to shade. Firstly, this one here has to be like mirror image. So this one here corresponds with this one here. So this one you need to shade. Then this one here will correspond to you go like this is the second square away from the line of symmetry. So 2 squares away is this one. You need to shade this. This is right in the middle. So okay, this is symmetrical because this one is here as well. So you need to shade one more. The last one that you shade, right, is not going to be a fixed position, meaning there are a few answers. So to be symmetrical, you want to add one more. You cannot add anywhere away from the line. It has to be any squares on the line ST. So let's say I put here, can, okay? If you want to put here, can. You want to put here, can. Put here, also can. Okay, so, or any square along line ST. Okay, only with that square along line ST, do you not need to put another square on the other side. So if you put along ST, you just need to shade one square. Okay, question 29, ABDG is a square. Given that BC equals to DE equals to EF equals to FG and AH. Okay, what fraction is shaded? Now, if you want to find what fraction is shaded, let's find the whole figure first. So let's say the whole thing here is 3 units. Because here it can be split into 3 units, right? And since this is a square, so the other side is also 3 units. This is 1 unit. That means this is 2 units. So the whole square is 3 times 3, 9. Then let's call this A, B, C. So for A, half times 3 times 1. Base is 3, height is 1. Half times 3 times 1, which is 1.5. B is half times 1 times 2, which is 1. C is the same as B. So now the shaded parts, we'll add them up. 1.5 plus 1 plus 1, 3.5. So 3.5 out of the whole thing, which is a 9. To make this into whole numbers in the numerator, we need to times 2, times 2. So 7/18. Okay, so 7/18 is the answer. Last question, question 30. A player has to score an average of 18 points and above, 18 points and above over 5 rounds of a game to qualify for the next level. So what is the lowest score Matthew can get in the 5th round in order to qualify for the next level? Okay, so first, what does he need to score? Average of 18 points. Average of at least 18 for over 5 rounds. So the total is supposed to be 18 times 5, the minimum total, which is 90. Now, what is his scoring for the first 4 games? So we add them up. Which is 75. So his last game, to make it 90, take 90 minus 75, which is 15. He just needs to score 15 points. Okay, so this is how you get the score for the 5th round. All right, with that, this is the end for MGS 2023 paper 1, prelim paper 1.